when I was a younger kid, I would, I was initially, people were asking and I was like, we're making rubber products, and then, and then they would ask a little bit more, what rubber products, then some of those auntie a bit more kepo and be like, what rubber products, like condom, then they would say, condominium you make. After that, they was like, no, condoms. Then they ask, what condoms are you making? What is condoms? I say that one, the sarong, then they was like, then they don't want to talk to me. Grandfather came here in Malaysia, bringing my grandfather. But I always tell people, back those days, you're in the north, you're probably with maybe tin mining, but down in south, in Johor, it was just rubber trees. So my grandfather lived in a rubber plantation, and he basically, I'm gonna say he's a real entrepreneur, someone that I've always looked up to. And he didn't want to be a rubber tapper or to own estates, but he actually went on to buy rubber, process them, and he sold them to people. It was not until the 1988 crisis, and that crisis came and he had to rethink about his business. So he was thinking about what else does he have the opportunity to do. Back then he has 3 sons, and the thing is that they were all very well versed in rubber, and I have 2 uncles that were engineers, and then we thought that, with the rise of HIV, why don't get into condoms? I must say he was very foresighted. A lot of people did ask me, how did your grandfather get into condoms? But I must say it's through foresight. He was really able to think about what the world needs back then. It was a lot of hard work, trust me, in the 90s when you start a condom business. It was very tough because, when we started the condom business in 88, the big brands, the Americans, the British, were already starting a condom factory in the early 1900s. Even the Japanese started in the 1930s. So we were very late in this business, but I must say we got into it at the right time. From then on, lots of hard work, lots of doors that were closed on us. Eventually, I always told a lot of people that, I lost everything. The family lost everything. We don't even have a house. We had to move into the factory. We lost everything in our previous business, and it was very tough to start this business with really nothing much. Everyone in the family chipped in. I had aunties who worked 3 days, 3 jobs, tuitions, and they are not like big salary people. My mom was a teacher. I've got 2 other aunties that were teachers, and they had to take personal loans, and they had to do extra tuitions to just basically pump in money into Karex. We didn't make much money. In fact, we were struggling. I remember at times we couldn't even pay a rent for almost like a year and a half, and we almost chased out of the building as well. And you know what? That building was even my house, right? We lost everything, and dinner, everything was in that one place. The whole family shared one toilet. Every one of us was involved in it. It was nowhere to where it is today. You probably in the 80s, you don't have that rooms, you don't have that. You have still air-conditioned rooms where you would test the condoms and that, but the rest of the areas are not as well segregated like it was today. The machines were smaller, they were slower. When we chipped in, every night, I always remember after dinner, everyone had to sit around watching TV and packing condoms. No machines, right? And the thing is that I remember days where I would have to come back from school, take a quick nap because I'm taking over the midnight a role of, because the supervisor was not able to come that night, or there is a delivery that we need to rush out tomorrow morning and we're not done yet. So that night is no sleep. When you come back from school, 7:30, take a nap, 12 o'clock, you work till the next morning, 7 o'clock. Those were the days that really drive you further, and you don't really think beyond that, because you've been there, and that hunger for success is probably what drive Karex to where it is today. And I'm glad, after so much hard work and so much sacrifices, we're probably proud to be a Malaysian company that is a leader in an industry itself. We are today the largest condom maker in the world. We make about 1 in every 5 condoms used in the world today. Well, we have a capacity to make over 5.5 billion today. We're exporting now to over 140, 150 countries. And from some of those countries, it continued to be redistributed. So I would say that everywhere you can find this product, and we're lucky in a way that condom is a product that is not defined by fashion or race or religion or whatever it is. It's one size fits pretty much all. The fact that when we knew how to make our machines, there were a lot of buyers in town that were coming to us and says, can you make me a glow-in-the-dark condom? Can you make me a color-changing condom? Can I put my country flag on the condom? All that came in, and you know what? We crazily said yes. The founder of one brand was crazy enough. That's why I liked him, and eventually we acquired the company. He's today our chief branding officer. He is crazy. So he probably came out with the early ones of the glow-in-the-dark condoms, right? And it was crazy in a way that was, it was difficult to produce. And the other earlier ones was probably a color-changing condom. When you put on, there is this chemical that changes color, turns to body heat. So the moment when you put on a condom, it's purple and then it turns pink. We're starting to think about how condom can be there's so many ways that you can actually look at condom, right? So it's about the thickness. There is one that you can add flavors is one, colors is one. We had someone from America who says, I want to have my American stripes on the condom. We did it. And we also did it for Brazil. When Brazil launched, when Brazil had the World Cup, we had a Caipirinha flavored condom. With the yellow and green condom. It was their national color. So everybody was going out there and, fly your flag, proud. And I must say that all those processes that I've done over the years inspired me to do something I want to do for Malaysia. Our little particular way, when we did our own brand here in Malaysia, I came up with crazy things, like the nasi lemak condom, like the rendang condom we did last year. First one we did a durian condom. It created lots of controversy, but you know what? I liked it because it broke that stigma. I made people talk, and I think that was my ultimate goal, was having people to talk about it.